Hey everyone, welcome back. After testing other leading models in this workflow, it's time to see how Gemini performs. In this walkthrough, we'll run the exact same autonomous landing page pipeline inside NORA and evaluate how Gemini handles planning, consistency, implementation, speed, and cost across a multi-stage project. The starting prompt for this entire run is surprisingly simple: a landing page for a React Flow application. For inspiration, use sim.ai. That's it. No company name, no branding guidelines, no color palette, no copywriting, no wireframes, no design system, no target audience. Just a category and a reference website. Everything else you're about to see is generated by the workflow itself. Throughout this demo, we'll periodically switch between NORA, Windows File Explorer, and Google's billing dashboard so you can watch the workflow outputs being generated in real time as the agents work through each stage of the process. What's particularly interesting about this run is that every agent in the workflow is powered by Gemini. There are no different models collaborating behind the scenes, no human intervention between stages, no manual editing before outputs are passed downstream. Just Gemini operating through a team of specialized agents, each responsible for a different role in the overall process. The workflow begins with the creative director. This agent takes our simple prompt and begins defining the entire direction of the project. It determines the product category, target audience, brand personality, visual identity, and overall positioning strategy. What's worth paying attention to here is how little information Gemini actually starts with. We don't provide a product name. We don't provide a market position. We don't provide a value proposition. We don't even provide a specific use case. The entire workflow begins with little more than a category and a reference site. Yet almost immediately, Gemini begins expanding those ideas into something far more specific. As you'll see in the generated documents, the workflow doesn't simply decide to create another generic React Flow application. Instead, it creates an entirely new product concept called NodeOps AI, a platform focused on visual orchestration for edge AI systems and intelligent device deployments. That single decision becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Next, the UX strategist takes over. This agent reads the creative director's output and begins designing the user journey. It determines the page structure, section order, messaging flow, call to action placement, trust-building elements, and overall conversion strategy. One of the reasons workflows like this are interesting is that they test something very different from traditional AI benchmarks. Most benchmarks measure a model's ability to solve a single task, a coding problem, a reasoning challenge, a question and answer exercise. But real-world work rarely happens in isolation. Instead, every task builds upon previous decisions. The UX strategist is no longer working directly from our original prompt. It's working from the output generated by another AI agent. As the workflow progresses, context accumulates, and the challenge becomes maintaining consistency across an increasingly large body of information. The next stage is the brand copywriter. Using the creative brief and UX strategy, this agent writes every piece of content that will eventually appear on the landing page. Headlines, feature descriptions, calls to action, testimonials, supporting copy, and product messaging. What's interesting here is that Gemini now has to maintain a consistent voice while also reinforcing the product positioning established earlier in the workflow. The copy isn't generic AI marketing language. It's specifically focused around NodeOps AI's identity as a visual orchestration platform for edge deployments, hardware optimization, and intelligent workflows. By this point, Gemini isn't simply generating content anymore. It's building a company, a product, a market position, and a messaging strategy. Next comes the visual designer. This agent translates strategy and copy into a complete design system. Typography, color palettes, spacing rules, layout structures, visual hierarchy, component specifications, responsive behavior, and animation guidelines. One of the more interesting trends in AI right now is the movement away from single prompt generation and towards structured workflows like this. Rather than asking one model to solve everything in a single response, the work is broken into specialized stages. Each stage focuses on a narrower responsibility while benefiting from the outputs generated by previous agents. Whether this approach consistently produces better results remains an active area of experimentation, but it's becoming increasingly common in production AI systems. After the visual designer completes its work, the technical architect takes over. This agent reviews everything generated so far and creates a detailed implementation strategy covering performance, accessibility, SEO, analytics, deployment considerations, and development requirements. This stage is particularly important because technical planning often exposes conflicts that may not be obvious earlier in the workflow. Design decisions can impact performance. Content decisions can affect accessibility. User experience decisions can create implementation challenges. Part of the technical architect's role is identifying and accounting for those trade-offs before development begins. Before any code is written, the design director performs a final review. Think of this stage as quality assurance for the workflow. The design director reads every document generated so far, identifies inconsistencies, resolves conflicts, validates the overall strategy, and produces a unified blueprint for development. This is actually one of the most important stages in the entire workflow. Most AI demonstrations focus heavily on generation. Generate content, generate code, generate designs, generate plans. But in real-world environments, review is often just as important as creation. The design director's responsibility is to ensure that everything produced by previous agents aligns before implementation begins. Finally, the workflow reaches the HTML developer. This agent receives the complete creative brief, UX strategy, copywriting, design system, technical requirements, and development blueprint generated by every previous stage. Its job is to turn all of that into a finished landing page. By this point, the inherited context is substantial: creative decisions, UX planning, marketing copy, visual specifications, technical requirements, review notes, thousands of lines generated across multiple stages. This is where long-running workflows become most interesting. Short benchmark tasks rarely expose context management issues. Large workflows do. Requirements get lost. Assumptions shift. Earlier decisions get contradicted. The longer the workflow, the more opportunities there are for failure. That's one reason companies like Google, Anthropic, and OpenAI are focused on long context performance and agentic systems. The challenge is no longer just generating content. It's maintaining consistency as complexity grows. What's also notable is speed. From the initial prompt to the final implementation, the entire workflow completes in just over 7 minutes. In that time, Gemini generates the full stack: creative strategy, UX plan, copy, design system, technical architecture, and the final landing page. With the HTML developer complete, the workflow opens the finished page in the browser. What started as a single sentence is now a complete product concept: brand identity, design system, marketing strategy, technical plan, and working landing page. No product name, messaging, framework, or design direction was provided. Those decisions emerged from the workflow itself. As we wrap up, let's take one final look at the cost. When this workflow started, the current spend at the time was $6.12. By the time the workflow completed, that number had increased to $6.89. Our email log also confirms a total AI cost of about 77 cents, or $0.7738 for the entire run. For that, the system generated a full product concept: UX strategy, copy, design system, technical plan, and a finished landing page. It's also substantially less than what we observed during our Claude Fable 5 workflow. The entire run completed in just over 7 minutes, which was roughly 1/3 of the execution time we saw during that test. To be fair, the prompts and resulting outputs were not identical, so this isn't a perfect apples-to-apples comparison. However, even accounting for those differences, Gemini appears to offer a compelling combination of speed and cost efficiency for workflows like this. Of course, speed and cost are only part of the equation. The more important question is whether those advantages come at the expense of output quality. That's ultimately something we'll leave for you to decide. How did Gemini perform? What do you think of the final landing page? Would you use a workflow like this in your own projects? If you'd like to see how Gemini compares against other models running this exact same workflow, be sure to check out the comparison videos on our channel. If you have any questions about this workflow, or if you'd like a copy of the workflow configuration and scripts used in this demo, leave a comment with the word NORA, and we'll make sure you get it. You can download NORA using the link in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future workflow demos, benchmarks, and new AI releases. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.